Hello everyone, this is Andy, and today is June 24th of 2014, and today is a Tuesday. And it has now, I no longer know how many days I've been on Soylent, but it has been, added together, it has been at least a week, probably closer to 2 weeks. And I have now changed the way that I prepare my Soylent, and I want to talk about that for a little while. And also, I've had some changed effects, so I'm going to delve right into it. First and foremost, in the previous videos, I have mentioned that I used a blender. So what I would do is grab all the protein or all the powders together, sift them through a sifter, and add some water and blend it, making a total of roughly 55 ounces of the drink. And that would make roughly 4 glasses, and that would be my meals for the day. What I'm doing now is I bought this blender bottle, as you can see here, and this bottle contains 28 ounces. And so I'll once again grab all the powders together, and I'll add roughly half of it, and then mix it up with water and a little bit of ice. No real difference. I would say the only thing that has changed is the texture of the drink. It is now more sandy than gritty. So do I prefer one over the other? Not really. I think both textures kind of suck, and that's just something that I'm gonna have to deal with because it's just never gonna be completely liquid without the grainy parts of of certain parts of the powder. So yeah. I stopped using the sifter and the whole blender thing because, again, it took a lot of time to do that, and I want to be as quick as possible. And the quickest way for me is actually making a whole bunch of baggies of all the powders and put it in, and then mix it in the baggie, and then grab the baggie and then scoop some of the powders into this bottle and then shake it up and drink it. Much faster. So. Because this holds also 28 ounces, I will take roughly about half of the powders and then put it, probably closer to a third, and then drink all of that. So yeah, I did add cinnamon and 2 packets of Splenda per day's serving, and I would say the taste is still roughly mild, but mildly sweet, as well as I can also smell and taste the hint of cinnamon in there. So very good. I would say the taste still has remained relatively the same, but obviously the texture has changed, and and as I've said before, the texture still sucks. Now, as I have been on this, I've also noticed in the past few to several days, that I am now getting hungry. And in the previous times, I would simply only need a glass of the Soylent, which is probably 12, 13, 14 ounces, and I would be completely okay. And now it seems I can even drink this, and I may still remain slightly hungry. And I'm wondering why this may be the case, and I believe the most logical explanation for that is also because I started going to the gym on a much more regular basis, and I've been lifting a lot of weights, I've been doing a lot of cardio, and that's probably a very rational reaction by my body saying that, hey, we're doing all this physical activity, we need more nutrients. I'm thinking that's what it is. I'm not completely sure, but I do want to note that I am getting a bit hungry. Now, I did some research about what hunger actually is in my previous years of education, and hunger is actually not your body saying that it needs nutrients per se. So, for instance, if you eat dinner at 6 o'clock on a daily basis, then your body will become hungry at around 5:45-ish. So the actual act of hunger is actually your body getting ready to disturb homeostasis. i.e., and introducing food into your body is not necessarily good in the sense that it disturbs homeostasis. Obviously, you need the nutrients from the food so that your body can remain functional, but the hunger itself is not your body saying, "Hey, I'm lacking nutrients, so you need to eat." It's more so that your body is self-regulating and that it is getting ready to disturb homeostasis. The reason that you can verify this is that if you eat on a regular schedule, say once again 6 p.m. For dinner, and it goes 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, and you don't eat. By the time it's around 7:30 or so, your body should go back to normal, and you will no longer feel that. You'll never feel those hunger pangs. Now, if the hunger was a sign that your body is lacking nutrients, then that hunger would not ever be relieved until you introduce food to your body. And if you've ever gone on a fast, gone on a hunger strike, or anything of that sort, you'll notice that after about an hour or so, your body realizes that, hey, like, food's is not becoming introduced into my body, and you'll cease to be hungry. Now, of course, if you continue to do so, then yes, you'll be hungry for a period of time. But factually speaking, if you eat at a regular time, your body knows when it gets ready to introduce food, and if it doesn't get introduced food for about an hour or so, you no longer become hungry. So that's the explanation of what hunger is. In any case, I simply wanted to note that I am getting hungry, so it might be that my metabolism is now increasing and it is expecting more food. I'm not really sure. But I do want to note that for future reference. And lastly, I have noticed that my now this is the fun part. Hey, I have actually really wondered what my poops are gonna be like if I'm on a completely liquid diet. Will I be pooping at all? And yes, I still do poop. But my bowel movements have been kind of strange. They're despite the fact that I'm getting 100% of the dietary recommended value of fiber, my bowel movements have not been exactly as it should be, as one would expect from getting your dietary needs of fiber. So I ended up ordering some fiber pills online, and I believe they're going to be arriving either tomorrow or at least in the next couple of days. So I am going to adding that into my diet as well, and I'm also going to try to drink some more water. My urine has now become pretty much neon yellow, sign that I'm getting more than my daily recommended value of vitamins. But yeah, water. If you look at the People Chow's website and the amount of vitamins that you get, some of them come up to 200, 300%, and because they're all water soluble, it's not a problem as long as you're drinking plenty of water. And the fact that I am urinating in that color seems to suggest that I have not been drinking enough water as of yet. So that's pretty much all I wanted to say for this video, and I will continue to update as how I go. Oh, actually, one last thing. With the hunger, I have started wanting certain types of solid foods. So before I started Soylent, I was mostly, I don't really know what I'm gonna eat today, or what I really feel like, what I feel like eating today. Things like that. And I didn't, when I first started on Soylent, and I was like, oh yeah, like this is perfectly fine, I don't mind, drinking liquid, because most of the time I would be wondering what I wanted to eat anyway. Now I'm starting to crave certain foods, very, very, very strongly as well. In fact, I know I started this saying that I don't want to be drinking Soylent, 24/7 for X amount of days or weeks or whatever. But I do feel like I should be drinking this on a regular basis, and maybe eating solid foods, every now and then. However, the desire to eat certain types of food has just increased tremendously. My my mind seems to go towards, like, I really want to eat this food right now, when I'm hungry, of course. So I do want to note that. And yeah, I have quote unquote cheated a little bit because, like, I'm really craving this food, so I'm gonna go eat it, and I did. The thing that I was craving was wings and burgers. Very healthy choice, I know. One of the reasons, I'm on Soylent is so that I can be healthier, and look at me going back to burgers and wings. But regardless, that's about all I wanted to say today. I will continue to try to only drink Soylent for however long I can, of course. But I do want to note that my desire to eat certain solid foods has increased a lot. Probably because I'm so used to eating those things, and now I'm not, and now I'm craving it because I haven't had it and I know it tastes good. Versus Soylent doesn't taste all that great. But we'll see how that goes. So peace, and I'll see you guys next time.